Hi, I'm Mark with At My Home, and today we're going to take a look at the new eufyCam S3 Pro two-camera kit. And this two-camera kit is pretty cool because it comes with the Homebase 3. And Eufy sent us this for the review. So let's take a look what's in the box. It comes with two cameras, but you'll notice that one's missing because I've already installed it so I can play. So this is one of the cameras, a Homebase 3. And then the other thing it comes with is a solar panel. I'll explain this one here in a minute. They give you three mounts, one for the solar panel and one for each camera. Again, already used a little bit. Ethernet cable, power adapter, you'll need that for the Homebase 3. USB-A to USB-C connector. A bunch of screws for mounting. Looks like some templates. Positioning stickers. So that's everything that's in the box. Now, keep in mind it comes with two cameras. So the cameras are really nice because these are kind of an upgrade from the eufyCam 3. But basically this solar panel on the top is much bigger. So it's supposed to charge up a little quicker. That's that. And then up front here, let me take out the sticker on the front. If you look at the camera, this new thing on the bottom, that's a radar detector, I believe, but it also has a PIR sensor. And of course a 4K camera with MaxColor vision. So we're going to take a lot of looking at that, see how well that works. This is the eufy Homebase. It has an Ethernet connector in the back, two USBs if you want to connect an archive drive, and then of course the power plug. And then in here, you can put the other drive. So there's a place to put the drive in there. So one of the things that they did is they gave you an extra solar panel, which this is kind of interesting because I'm like going, well, there's a solar panel on the camera. Well, the nice thing about this is what if you install this under the eaves and you don't get good sun? Now you can, at least for one of the two cameras, you can hook up the solar panel in a place where the sun does shine and get this thing charged up. So that's kind of nice.
We have a couple of home bases already and have an SSD in one and a hard drive in the other. Both work fine. The unit that comes with this kit has an internal SSD of 16 gigabytes. You can decide if you need more space. Setting up a Homebase 3, also called the Homebase S380, is easy. Just plug it into power and via an Ethernet cable to your router. Press Add, select Homebase, then be sure you select Homebase S380. You'll be asked to scan the QR code and follow the remaining instructions from the app. Adding the cameras are also easy. Just follow the app instructions. Press Add, select Battery Camera, and then eufyCam S3 Pro. If you have more than one home base, select which one to pair with. Keep in mind, when you pair, the camera needs to be right next to the home base. Pairing is easy as pressing the sync button on the camera. Once it pairs, you can install it where you plan to use it. We added the first camera to the home base with the SSD. This camera we set up to record in 4K. The other camera we connected to the home base with a hard drive, and we connected both this home base and the second camera to HomeKit. Again, setup was easy. You open the home base device in the app and follow the HomeKit instructions, which brings up the Apple HomeKit pairing process. First, the home base is added to HomeKit, then the camera is added. Keep in mind, because of the limitations of Apple HomeKit, your video recording is limited to 1080p. You can adjust some of the other parameters of the camera in the Eufy app, like motion settings and night vision settings, and they will apply to HomeKit. If you decide to stop using HomeKit, you will need to delete the camera from HomeKit and reset and repair the camera. At least, that was the only way I found that worked. Let's look at the results using the first camera that we set to 4K resolution. As you can see, the daytime view is really good as would be expected. Motion detection worked well. We did notice that the time of day made a difference on the capture. While both tests discovered me walking around the same place, the early afternoon test seemed to follow me longer than in the early evening. Maybe due to more sunlight? Of course, many factors impact motion detection, so just keep in mind your results will vary. One big feature of this camera is MaxColor vision technology. It is supposed to record in color at night in 3 of the 4 night vision modes: standard, where the area is well lit; daylight, where the area is lit but at a low amount; spotlight, where there is no light or very little, which then the camera lights come on if there is motion. The fourth mode is infrared, where the camera captures the scene in grayscale. Let's check this out using our garden lights on and then off. In standard and daylight, in either mode for us, there isn't much difference. Of course, as you can see, with the garden lights on, you see more detail. The street lighting on the other side of the fence does help when the garden lights are off. With spotlight and infrared, there is little difference, if any, even with or without the garden lights on. As for motion detection, we have human detection on. With garden lights on, all 4 modes detected me fairly easily, though infrared and standard seem to record longer. If you are looking for color without spotlights, standard worked out best for us. Spotlight, of course, does a great job up close, and infrared is clear. What happened after we turned off the garden lights surprised us. Despite multiple attempts, both standard and daylight modes failed to detect me, and even though spotlight and IR detected me, it was later than with the garden lights on. Since the cameras have radar, we expected the camera to detect us no matter the light, but as you can see, that wasn't the case. With a second camera connected to Apple HomeKit, we are able to watch from any of our Apple devices like Apple TV or our phones. You just need to make sure streaming and recording is on in HomeKit for the camera. Using the Eufy app, the second camera picked me up near the gate, though didn't see me exit the side door. Using HomeKit, we tested again. This time, HomeKit recorded the action and saw me around the same place as the Eufy test, which shows the camera is consistent. We did a little testing at night when we set up the camera and the video was fine. What was a pleasant surprise was that we could change the night vision modes in the Eufy app, and the HomeKit video reflected that. We liked using the Eufy camera with HomeKit other than Apple's limit of 1080p resolution. Overall, the new eufyCam S3 Pro camera and Homebase S380 performed as expected. MaxColor vision is okay with the right lighting. We especially like that Homebase and the camera now work in HomeKit. Thank you for watching.